Well, como estas, bitches? And for everyone but Danny, that means what's going on, bitches. I know I've been a little absent from the league, and recently I read over all the posts that I was involved in, and I figured it was time to lash back a little bit. I know I've been absent from the league, but that doesn't mean that I'm gone and out. First of all, let me just address Big Tom's team. How about for next year, you invite Matt Millen over to help do your draft? At least maybe you'll get some good wide receivers out of it. Maybe salvage a little bit of your team. So better luck next year. Now we're moving on to Mini Tom. Now if I wanted my starting lineup to be your entire fucking bench, then I would have traded all my good players for money for the buy-in for the league a long time ago, and then I would have just picked those players up off waivers and started them on my team. Alright? So stop offering those stupid, way out of reach, as if Phil's reaching for something on the top cupboard, trades that it wouldn't even help your father out at this point in the league. Just stop offering these ridiculous trades. It's not going to happen. Nobody's interested, and it's an insult to fantasy football in general. Now let's move on to Peter Billingsley, aka Shriner. I got a little Christmas story for you, actually, being the holiday season now. I know you still think about that scene in your movie where co-star Scott Schwartz gets his tongue stuck to the pole. And I know that every Christmas season you sit on Santa's lap wishing that pole was actually your pole, you faggot. Okay? Listen to me. I really know that the Red Ryder you really wanted in that movie was Scott Schwartz's freaking cock, and you wanted his BBs shooting out your eyes all fucking day. Alright? So don't come at me with your bitching and your moaning and your complaining about I didn't check my lineup in week 3 or week 4. Bottom line, I beat your team week 2, I believe it was, by a pretty convincing margin. Your team sucks. You might make the playoffs, but you're not going to win shit. And when I come back for a 7th or 8th place seed going into the playoffs, it's going to be another upset defeat just like it was in fantasy baseball when I beat Brad's team first round of the playoffs. Now let's kind of switch gears here. I kind of want to go to a subject. I'm wondering, Danny, why Aaron Hernandez, Mark Sanchez, and Tony Gonzalez are not the foundation of your team. It makes no sense. You need to trade for those 3 players, pick up the Oakland Raiders D, and switch your team name to the Grammatica Brothers. Then it would make sense. It would be all complete. Your team would win. Alright? That's your strategy going on. Get those 3 players on your team. Guaranteed championship. Alright? Alright. Now to the first place team. Brad's team. Here's a little piece of advice for you. I know you love trades. It's so much fun, blah, blah, blah. But keep trading good players for better players. Don't downgrade. And here's another hint for you. When you're in first place, you don't change your team. Alright, you can't be moving players around that much. Alright? But in support of you, I'm wearing my Gap hoodie today. And since you're David Letterman's bastard child, I'm going to do something to honor you. I'm going to do a little David Letterman piece of my own. It's my own personal top 10 countdown. Since, I think it was probably around week 4 when another person was lashing out on me, and that person was Hallis. Hallis, I like you as a person. Don't take this personal, but now it's payback. Alright, here are the top 10 things you may or may not know about Hallis.
DJ Khaled, we the best! We nigga, we the best!
So let's get right to the point. Number 10. Hallis has an unfair advantage at COD because he can translate what Afghani soldiers are trying to say when they're attacking the US soldiers. Number 9. Alright? Hallis is not an Arab, everyone. He is not an Arab. He is an Arab. There's a huge difference. In the spirit of the holidays, all of us like to celebrate Christmas on December 25th. However, Hallis and his family, they celebrate Christmas on July 11th. Reason being, one, they get to play in the sand on the beach, which they love so much, but they also get to do it while they enjoy free Slurpees from 7-Eleven. Okay, now I know 7-Eleven is more associated with dotted Indians, but I kind of categorize Arabs, Indians, same category. Number 7, Saddam Hussein, crazy and angry. Osama bin Laden, crazy and angry. Omar Gaddafi, crazy and angry. Now let's fill in the blank here. Hallis, blank, and blank. Number 6. This may not surprise most of you, but Hallis is one of the few Muslims that doesn't fast. Number 5. Hallis deserves a lot of credit on this one. Back when he was bootlegging laptops on eBay, he actually found the first piece of evidence on Jerry Sandusky when he found that computer filled with child pornography. So hopefully now the police will shift their focus from his distinguished record and take into account that he cracked this case wide open, and maybe he'll actually find a job in the police force now. Number 4. Now, Hallis, did you say you'll holla at me later, or did you say you're gonna Allah at me later? If it's the second one, I'm a little afraid. Number 3. Hallis is actually an acronym for his real name, which is Hezbollah Obama La 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 Ich Spit. Number 2. They may call him a towelhead, but it's just because he sweats so goddamn much that he doesn't want the oil seeping through his pores into his eyes. And finally, speaking of oil, at number 1, you want to know why Hallis gets that great tan? It's not because he uses SPF 50 or any of those tanning oils. He actually uses straight Castrol GTX motor oil, which he has an abundance of. And as you can see, it works great on that skin tone.
I might be too strung out on compliments, overdosed on confidence.